Damas y caballeros, esta es la tercera llamada. ¡Comenzamos! Y en nombre de la mejor empresa binacional, Borizteca Boxing Promotions, le damos la más cordial bienvenida a otro evento más. En esta ocasión, desde el Big Punch Arena, desde la frontera más visitada del mundo, Tijuana, Baja California, México. Este evento es sancionado por la Honorable Comisión de Box, Lucha Libre y Artes Marciales Mixtas de esta ciudad de Tijuana, presidente Alberto Martínez, comisionado de boxeo Juan Manuel Cardona, el médico del ring, el doctor Benjamín Sandoval, al frente del tiempo, César Fernández. Sus tres jueces, your three judges scoring this bout in ringside: Iván Velasco, Jesús González y Sergio Lechuga. And your third man inside the ring, el tercero en la superficie, el referee internacional, José Covia. Introducing the fighter standing in the red corner, wearing red trunks with silver trim. He officially weighs in at 242.5 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina roja, vistiendo pantaloncillo en color rojo con plata, con un peso de 242.5 libras. He stands with 15 professional bouts. Cuenta con 15 combates profesionales de Tijuana, Baja California. Alejandro Garduno. And his opponent across the ring is standing in the blue corner, wearing yellow trunks with black and pink. He officially weighs in at 246.9 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina azul, vistiendo pantaloncillo en color amarillo con negro y rosado, con un peso de 246.9 libras. He stands with 2 victories against 3 losses, and 2 of these victories coming by the fast way of knockout. Presenta un récord de 2 victorias, 3 derrotas, y 2 de esas victorias por la vía del knockout. Hailing out of Bellingham, Washington, introducing Big George Thompson. Y para dar las instrucciones finales, here is with the final instructions, your referee, José Covia. 4 rounds, heavyweight.
Give you previous instructions, got the instructions, touch them up, come back with the belt. Check yourself at all times.
On? Okay, yeah, okay. And George Thompson comes to us all the way from Bellevue. His wife trains him. So, Kevin, what do you think? Think a wife could train you?
You know, I think a wife could be our best trainer at that time. That's why I don't have one yet. I'm not trying to go there.
And what you're going to see on the part of Thompson, he's going to go ahead and try to use that jab, work behind that jab. Alejandro Garduno is from Tijuana, and he weighed at 242 pounds as well. Had an amateur career, and then from there decided to go ahead and get into the professional ranks. And Christopher, look at George Thompson, looks like he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, he's bouncing around, showing them different looks to George Thompson.
Now, when you look at the style right there for both of you, you see a guy in George Thompson. He's trained by an MMA fighter. Now, you notice how upright he is?
Yeah, he's very upright. Not your typical boxer, kind of just too straight up. And Alejandro Garduno is doing the proper thing, moving around, bouncing around, but he got hit with a good shot right there by Thompson.
Now, on the part of George Thompson, he is 42 years old, so they say a heavyweight matures at the age of 26, 27. So I guess we could be safe to say George Thompson is fully mature.
Yeah, definitely mature, if you want to call it that, Benny. All 3 of his losses have been against good opposition. Alejandro Garduno not necessarily qualifies as world class, but you know, he's giving him a hard time right now.
Now, Kevin, you train fighters yourself, right?
I have a boxing camp. No, I train the public.
Okay.
A little different, right?
A little different, yeah.
So as you see Thompson, what would you say to him, Ollie? What does he need to do?
honestly, right now, I would just really focus more on his strategy. It looks like he's just really just trying to connect rather than going into it as a chess match and trying to come out with an outcome. He's just trying to hit the guy, so it's kind of like he's playing checkers. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, he seems like feels more powerful than Garduno, and he's just kind of walking forward on him, not necessarily too much defense, not even popping a jab. He's throwing his right hand first.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, that's probably he's getting that confidence, just feeling that so far the shots that Garduno has hit him with, and feels that that is not going to be a problem. As I look at Thompson, though, you look at his left cheekbone, and that seems to be a bit of a swell right there. And Jose Cobian, our referee, steps in and separates the two fighters. So now we get a chance first to visit with George Thompson, the 42-year-old from Bellingham, Washington. This is Alejandro Garduno from right here in Tijuana, Baja California. And you see the trainer right there visiting with George Thompson. You know, I don't know if you guys are familiar with MMA fighters, but you know he looks exactly like Josh Barnett. Josh Barnett is an MMA fighter.
Yeah, Josh Barnett was a very good fighter.
Josh Barnett was a very good fighter. And in fact, I was getting ready to call his fight against Fedor Emelianenko before M1 Global went down. That was the promotional company with Affliction, the clothing company.
Okay. Yeah, Josh Barnett, he fought everybody, man. That was a very tough guy. So nice little comparison right there with George Thompson.
But the facial expression, everything, build, size, all that. So we are ready for round number 2 of a scheduled 4-rounder. It is in the heavyweight division, the big boys. 242-pound George Thompson in the gold. And I guess that would be pink, hot pink. Alejandro Garduno now covering up, and all of a sudden he gets...
He's like, hey, man, you're not going to give me these C-plant punches. I'm going to come back.
Responding off of that.
Uh-oh.
And you see the concentration. I mean, Garduno, his best bet, he's not going to go ahead and get anything with that jab. So what he's going to try to do is counter and get Thompson to lean in and then go ahead and do the damage.
Yeah, that's what I think he caught him with right now. Like I said, George Thompson's just being a little too aggressive. Like you mentioned earlier, also, Benny, he's got his head way up high. So
it's easy to give him a backhand right there.
It's easy for Garduno to cover up and just land right after Thompson throws.
Garduno did a nice little move right there where he went low and then came right up on top right there. Thompson never saw it.
Yeah, I think Garduno is actually thinking about how he can win this fight. I think he knows that he's probably not as strong as Thompson, but I think he's thinking about strategy right now, which is, I think, whoever thinks about strategy will win this fight for sure.
That was an old Mike Tyson trick where he used to double up on the 2 shots down low and then come up above. You never see it coming.
I call it the Mike Tyson, the right to the body and right uppercut, same hand.
And they would never see it coming.
Never
expected that to come.
That's actually the knockdown that he got Buster Douglas with before getting knocked out himself. That was a combination.
And you know who stole that strategy from him? Sugar Ray Leonard.
Really?
Sugar Ray started doing it.
Nice. I did that for a while as well, too, in my professional career. Try to emulate the greats.
And good job by Garduno at eluding it. He's able to evade every one of those shots.
Good left hook by Alejandro.
Now, Kevin, one of the things is you try to establish power. Now, the power, when you're that upright, you can't convert that into power.
No, not at all. I mean, he's probably losing about 50% of what he possibly could throw in terms of power. So, I mean, you know, it looks like he's in here just for a victory lap in terms of boxing. So, yeah, we got to give it to him.
Yeah, mentioning that, he just needs to have a little bit wider base, maybe get more power on his shots, does Thompson.
And the final seconds of round number 2. And both of these guys are going to welcome the sight of their cornerman to try to get some oxygen into their system. 2 rounds are in the books. It's scheduled for 4 rounds. How'd you guys score? So I'll let you guys score this too with me, and it'll be unofficial.
Oh, man, you know, I'm giving it 1-1.
I also have it 1-1. Gave Thompson the first round, gave Garduno right now the last round. Kind of poured it on right there. Benny, you're going to be the tiebreaker.
And, you know, it's one of those things, again, breaking it down as far as, you know, the criteria here. And here we get a replay. Kevin, go ahead and take it right here. You're going to see the work of Garduno as he tries to counter against Thompson. Thompson just not able to find that hit.
Yeah, I mean, Garduno did it. Looked like Mayweather right there, I'm telling you. Like, that was beautiful. It was beautiful defense.
If he was a windmill in Palm Springs, he would have generated energy. But it doesn't do you good in any boxing. So we are ready for round number 3 of a scheduled 4-rounder. This is the heavyweight division. Your principals in the ring. In the yellow trunk, so we could call him Gold. That's George Thompson from Bellevue, Bellingham, Washington. In red is a man from right here, Tijuana, Baja California. That is Alejandro Garduno. Garduno loads up with a big right hand.
Great jab in return by Thompson.
And that's what Thompson needs to do if he wants to win this fight. He's a taller man. Establish your jab. Jab him.
I think fatigue is starting to set in Thompson a little bit. So
okay, so now when we address that subject right there, if you're training, Chris, how do you train these heavyweight guys? They don't seem to be able to fight the full 12 rounds or anything, or the full 3 minutes. Well, it seems like knowing how to train big guys is an art in itself.
Well, typically you focus on conditioning, and then therefore they can be able to be relaxed in the ring when fighting and this intense situation, you know. So he's not standing upright like he is right now. You know, he's balanced. He should be balanced, and that comes all in conditioning.
But, you know, even when you take the very best in the heavyweight division, as we'll attest to, like the Klitschko fight against Joshua, you saw in that fight, both those guys ran out of energy at different times. And finally, the younger man, Joshua, was able to go ahead and overwhelm Klitschko as he got his second win.
Yeah, and I think he started throwing more power punches too, and usually in the heavyweight division, you know, it's usually about the knockout, which is what happened in that fight as well. But I think you got to train for power in the heavyweight division.
I think it has a lot to do with the muscle mass. You know?
Yeah,
these guys,
exactly.
These guys have a lot of.
Yeah, big arms look good, but they're heavy.
Yeah, exactly. Their heart has to work extra to pump all that blood into those big muscles.
And all of a sudden, Garduno's getting his second win as he's now finding the head of Thompson. Now Thompson jabbing.
And that's what Thompson needs to do if he wants to win this fight. Look, two jabs in a row that he threw, they both landed.
And look at Garduno, he's bringing the fight to Thompson. You know, they can hit that heavy bag, but the heavy bag will cooperate. Good right hand right there by Garduno.
Like Bruce Lee said, bags don't hit back.
I think it was boards, but you're right on there. You're right on there.
The boxing part. That's true.
Interesting. You see from time to time, you see Thompson landing that straight right, but he's actually a natural southpaw, Christopher. So he's trying to go ahead and load up with the right. Sometimes, you know, fighters will switch because they feel like they have more strength. Well, I think it makes them more lethargic.
Yeah, it seems like he's kind of forcing himself because a couple times he threw the right hand first, you know, typically because he's used to throwing the jab first, which is his right hand, typically.
But, okay, be honest with me. If you switch to a southpaw, are you slower? Do you feel like you're slower?
I mean, it depends upon your talent level and how much you practice. I mean, if you're doing it just because that's the stance that you're in, then yeah, a guy's probably just trying to make up for it, and he's not really skilled at what he's doing. But if you're somebody that, like a Terrence Crawford or Floyd Mayweather, you know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing.
And now we get some of the action in round number 3, which we had a nice little exchange here back and forth. And Kevin, go ahead and take it.
Yeah, Thompson right here just hitting him with a few punches. It looked like Garduno. I'm sorry, I gotta get these Spanish last names right. But complaining about it hitting the back of the head.
Damas y caballeros, este es el
Jose
cuarto y
Cobian
último
will now greet the
asalto.
fighters in the
Ladies
center
and
of the
gentlemen,
ring.
this is
This will
round
be
number 4.
The fourth and final round of this heavyweight fight. In Tijuana, they don't get to see a lot of heavyweights, so this is a bit of a treat for the fans here to see the big guys getting it on. Alejandro Garduno is wearing the red trunks. George Thompson from Bellingham, Washington, is in the gold with, let's say, the hot pink color.
I agree.
think that's
Hot pink.
I think that's for his wife.
And that's it.
There you go. He's bringing it in the ring.
And now all of a sudden you see Thompson now seems to be a little bit more focused, but you can tell. See how he's more active with that left hand, but it's kind of a pawing left hand. It's not a sharp jab.
A couple times in the last round, he did throw it a little sharp, but this round, you're right, he's just kind of pawing with it. Nothing doing damage, see?
The arms are getting heavier and heavier. And you wonder if a guy like Garduno, if he trains himself, could he make it as a cruiserweight?
Most likely, he has a fluffy body.
Yeah.
Good punches by Garduno. He's taking the fight to Thompson.
Oh boy! Oh, they're getting it on. Let's go.
And you see that sweat now flying off of the two fighters as they're connecting.
I think a slugfest is better for Thompson than it is Garduno. Garduno is doing good just boxing him.
I think Thompson thinks those sideburns are like a cushion.
They might
Cushioning the blows.
They might be because Garduno hit him with some good shots right now.
Referee Jose Cobian trying to get a good angle to see with these two guys.
Oh,
Wow, boy, wow, that's a big right.
And Thompson practically sent him an email saying, I'm coming with a left. And good exchange here, back and forth inside, both of these fighters. And the reach advantage favors George Thompson. He's using that reach.
Yeah, he's landed a few straight rights from the distance. Really good.
And the body language right now, Thompson's not saying that he's tired, putting his hands on his waist.
That's always a fighter trying to get a little bit extra air right there.
Nice left hook.
Nice job by Garduno to turn that head, slipping that punch.
Right at the end, you're right, Benny.
Roberto Duran used to do that beautifully. Thompson trying to pick his spot, working behind that jab. And backing up. And Garduno, that actually helps him, because he backs up and then he loads up on the shot.
Yeah, he's on
There
his
you go.
back foot, and then he comes back with that overhand right.
Yeah, and Thompson isn't capitalizing off of that anyway. I mean, walking back, really, he should just throw a jab and be able to land it easy.
And they're chunking him.
Oh, wow. Nice little three-piece combination by Garduno at the end.
So it looks like in my book, George Thompson, the man from Bellingham, Washington, is going to go back home with his third professional win. We'll see how the judges here in Tijuana have scored the fight. But how do you see that? How do you see the fight?
Honestly, I think I see it as a draw. I see it 2-2.
2-2?
In my opinion.
Okay.
I think Garduno won 2 rounds, easy.
What about you, Chris?
I believe the same. We're in agreement there, Kevin. I got a 2-2 as well.
2-2?
2-2.
Well, I got two blind ex-fighters sitting in each side of me here. I'm going to go. I thought it was a 4-0 pitch out. I just thought he brought more to the table, and he was the aggressor, effective aggression, and
But
again,
you know,
ring generalship.
You
Go
know
ahead.
what, though? I think Garduno definitely showed more skill. I think he showed
yeah,
more strategy.
than his
in
record
boxing,
intends.
in boxing, aggression is a big thing. But I think that Thompson, he didn't show a lot of effective aggression personally. He did show much more aggression, but not necessarily effectively.
And you know, usually one way to break it down doing the scoring as far as effective aggression, just say to yourself, which punch would I rather be hit with? The one I hit him with or the one he hit me with?
Yeah, that's a very good good thing to use there, Benny. And in this case, I'd much rather have been Garduno in a couple rounds, man. Honestly, you know, even though, like Kevin said, Thompson was bringing the pressure, it was sometimes, at times, ineffective pressure.
So we're going to go to our ring announcer, Pablo Flores, with the official scoring. Here it is, Pablo Flores.
Damas y caballeros, después de 4 rounds de combate, tenemos la decisión de los jueces. After 4 rounds of boxing, we now go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Jesus Gonzalez, he scores at 40-36, 40-36. And both judges, Sergio Lechuga and Carlos de la Rocha, have the same scores of 39-37. 39-37, estos últimos dos jueces coinciden en puntuación. For your winner by the way of unanimous decision, su ganador por la vía de la decisión unánime, Bellingham, Washington, Big George Thompson.
So there you have it, 40-37. Unanimous decision for your winner.
Y también fuerte reconocimiento para su rival, para el chiquilín Alejandro Garduno.